Hi, I'm CJ Cannata, President and CEO of the Cannata Report. Recently, I really enjoyed speaking with both Paul Schwartz and Jessica Crowley of Copier Careers about trends and challenges with regards to hiring and retention across the office technology industry, and of course, specifically within the independent dealer channel. Our first video call from that conversation centered around the current job market, industry trends, and what sets Copier Careers apart from other recruiting firms out there. It launched on April 15th and can be viewed on both YouTube and the CannataReport.com. In this second video, Paul and Jessica provide the best advice they have for dealers with jobs to fill.
The best advice I can give to dealers, and it kind of pivots off of an article that we did with you and Scott about 2 years ago during the pandemic about what were the most significant things that had happened recently in the channel. And we said that we felt the most significant thing happening in the channel had not quite happened yet and is happening now. And that is, and we referred to it as, well, you'll recall during that period, there were supply chain issues. And it was difficult for dealers to get supplies from their OEMs and from their other vendors. And we said there's kind of a second supply chain, and that's of talented people to run the business. The first supply chain appears to basically, our clients are telling us, has kinked itself out. The supply chain of talented individuals to fill positions within dealerships has not kinked itself out. There's simply not enough individuals to fill the roles that need to be filled to make the dealerships operate and to grow. So our advice is to clients, when the opportunity of candidates is presented to you, take it extremely seriously and approach it quickly. And if it's the right individual, onboard them and move the process very quickly, because it is a very fluid marketplace. There are more opportunities than there are candidates because of all the reasons that we've talked about during this interview and previous ones with Cannata. So my advice is to act quickly, take it very seriously. I was talking to a client, a rather large client the other day, and I said, you really have to approach recruiting just as if it's a significant sale that you're making for your business. And you wouldn't let a sales contact go by days or weeks without contacting and frankly just closing the sale. And I think the same can be said, if not accelerated, about if a good candidate's presented to you, whether it's by us or you come across them on your own or through another resource, that you act quickly to get the transaction closed, just like you would a good sale.
And I would also piggyback off what Paul was saying with the talent pool. I had a conversation with a potential client yesterday from the Southeast market, and he asked me, he's like, he's opening up in a new market. So he asked me, so are there candidates available? Do you have a pool of candidates that I'd be able to see right away? And I am these days very frank with my clients, whether it's potential or companies that we are currently working with. And I said, you know what, there really isn't anyone actively looking in this market. It's more so us going after the candidates that are currently employed. We utilize that by our database that we've been building over the past 30 years. So we have in excess of 100,000 applicants that we can go after. And because unemployment is at such a low level, and even more so in our industry, we have been seeing that over the past couple of years. I would also say another piece of advice that I would give our clients right now is to prioritize hiring. We completely understand that there is not enough time in the day because you are pulled in so many directions and that there's so many interruptions. But one thing that we know is certain is that they're looking for individuals, unless a client is making that effort to set aside time to speak to the individuals, it's going to be a vicious circle of going back and forth, knowing that you have the need for that individual, but not prioritizing and making time to actually speak to the individuals that are interested in joining the organization.
I know, Jess, I'll just interject this here. I know the other day a client asked you about well, they'd heard about layoffs and they'd heard about unemployment and as unemployed individuals. In my experience, and I think yours too, we don't run into successful unemployed individuals in any of the types of individuals, the different job categories that we're recruiting for this channel. We just don't run into successful unemployed individuals in this channel right now. There was zero unemployment, 3 years ago. There's less than zero unemployment right now. And I think you can, back that up, Jess, with the real world experience that you have talking to candidates.
Yeah, I would definitely agree to that, because, if a layoff happens, it doesn't mean that the individual doesn't have options. They know they have options, and that individual is not going to be available for much longer. So it's not like with a recent layoff or even a merge, when that happens, that these individuals are going to come crawling to other companies or crawling to us saying, hey, help me find a job. Not saying that we don't have conversations with candidates that are actively looking. I'm just very realistic with our clients to let them know that it is a very extremely challenging market right now. So when a candidate is available and interested in the opportunity to take full advantage of that individual, if they are the right fit for your organization.
Another thing, Jess, I know you mentioned when we were chatting earlier, is that a client had asked you about, well, do you have candidates who are available? So we're able, CJ, to, if someone say needed someone with a certain skill set within so many miles of their dealership, we're able to create a pipeline within a few clicks of several candidates who would meet the criteria. But because we're able to create the pipeline does not mean that they're available. We then go through and call the individuals, and then that's when our recent experience is telling us, they might be able to listen about a new opportunity, but they're employed and they're working. We don't have lists of people who are looking for an opportunity and are passively waiting for a phone call to recruit them to another position. The recruiting that is done is by us picking up the phone and explaining to these individuals why they should make a change or why another opportunity might be in their best interest.
Thanks very much for watching this second in the series of videos produced by the Cannata Report and Copier Careers. For more information on topics pertaining to hiring and retention, please visit thecannatareport.com. And if you like what you saw today, please be sure to like this video as well as subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Thanks so much, and see you next time.